Have you ever wondered how an empire so vast and powerful as the Persian Empire could have fallen? Imagine a realm so immense that it spanned 3 continents, touching the shores of the Mediterranean, reaching the fringes of India, and extending deep into Africa. Such was the grandeur of the Persian Empire at its zenith. For over 2 centuries, this colossal empire was the hub of culture, technology, and wealth, its influence permeating the ancient world. The Persian Empire was a masterpiece of administrative efficiency and architectural grandeur. At its heart lay the majestic city of Persepolis, a testament to Persian ingenuity, where ornate palaces and grand halls showcased the empire's splendor and might. The Royal Road, an engineering marvel stretching over 1,500 miles, linked the empire's vast territories, facilitating trade, military movements, and cultural exchange. The empire boasted a lineage of formidable rulers, each leaving an indelible mark on history. Cyrus the Great, the founder of the Persian Empire, was renowned for his benevolent rule and the respect he showed towards the cultures of the conquered lands. Darius the Great, another legendary figure, expanded the empire's boundaries, established a complex administrative system, and commissioned monumental architectural projects. Under these visionary leaders, the Persian Empire flourished, becoming a beacon of civilization. The empire's influence extended beyond its borders, shaping the course of history in ways that still resonate today. From the development of an efficient postal system to the establishment of a standardized coinage system, the Persian Empire was a pioneer, setting benchmarks for future civilizations. Yet the empire's vastness was both its strength and its Achilles heel. Governing such an extensive territory with diverse cultures was a Herculean task. The empire's centralized administrative system, although efficient, was not immune to corruption and mismanagement. Over time, these internal issues, coupled with external threats, began to gnaw at the empire's foundations. Yet, like all great empires, the Persian Empire was not immune to decline and fall. But what led to its downfall? Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the fascinating story of the rise and fall of this mighty empire. The cracks in the Persian Empire started to appear from within. This was the beginning of a tumultuous period, marked by internal strife and decay that would ultimately contribute to the downfall of this once formidable empire. Political corruption was rampant. The ruling class reveled in opulence, while the majority of the population toiled in poverty. Bribes, nepotism, and favoritism were not exceptions, but rather the rule. The authority of the king was undermined by powerful nobles and corrupt officials who manipulated the system for their own gain. The empire's vast size also made it difficult to control, and regional governors often acted as independent rulers, further eroding the central authority. The economy, too, was in a state of turmoil. The empire's wealth was concentrated in the hands of a few. The majority of the population, the farmers and laborers, were heavily taxed to fund the lavish lifestyles of the elite. This economic disparity led to widespread dissatisfaction and unrest. The empire's reliance on slavery also proved to be a weak point. As rebellions by slaves became more frequent, the economic backbone of the empire began to crumble. Social unrest was another major factor, contributing to the empire's internal decay. The Persian Empire was a melting pot of different cultures and ethnicities, each with their own customs and traditions. The empire's policy of cultural tolerance, which had once been its strength, became a source of division as different groups began to assert their identities. Religious conflicts further deepened the rifts within the society. The empire's military might was also on the decline. The once feared Persian army was plagued by low morale and lack of discipline. Many soldiers were disillusioned by the corruption and inequities of the empire. Their loyalty to the king and the empire waned, and many simply deserted the army. These internal problems weakened the empire's structure, making it vulnerable to external threats. The empire that once stretched from Egypt to India was now a shadow of its former self, riddled with internal strife and decay. While the empire was grappling with internal decay, external threats were looming. A rising power in the west, the Greeks, were ready to challenge the mighty Persian Empire. A new era was dawning. An era marked by the clash of 2 cultures, 2 civilizations, and 2 powers. The Greeks, a collection of city-states, each with its own unique identity and political structure, were growing increasingly uneasy under the shadow of the Persian Empire. The stage was set for an epic confrontation that would shape the course of history. At the heart of this clash were the wars between the Greeks and Persians, a series of conflicts that spanned over half a century. These wars were not just about territorial expansion or control, they were a contest of ideologies, a battle between democracy and monarchy, freedom and tyranny. Two key battles stand out in this struggle: the Battle of Marathon and the Battle of Thermopylae. The Battle of Marathon, fought in the late summer of 490 BC, was a pivotal moment. The Greeks, heavily outnumbered, managed to hold off the Persian forces, delivering a decisive blow to the Persian pride. Following Marathon came the Battle of Thermopylae, a name that resonates in the annals of history. In a narrow mountain pass, a small force of Greeks, led by 300 Spartans, made a legendary stand against the Persian forces. Despite their eventual defeat, their heroic resistance served as a symbol of Greek unity and valor, inspiring future generations. These wars had a profound impact on the Persian Empire. They exposed the vulnerabilities of the Persian military and shook the confidence of the Persian king. The losses suffered in these wars strained the empire's resources and morale, setting the stage for internal strife and rebellion. As the Greeks celebrated their victories, they were not only establishing their dominance in the region, but also sowing the seeds of an idea, the idea of a united Greece standing strong against foreign invaders. The Greeks were not the only challenge the Persians faced. A more formidable threat was on the horizon. Enter Alexander the Great, a young, ambitious Macedonian king with a vision to conquer the world. Born to King Philip II of Macedonia, Alexander was a fiery youth, tutored by the great philosopher Aristotle and destined for greatness. Not long after his ascension to the throne, Alexander began his campaign against the Persian Empire. His audacious plan was not just to defeat the Persians, but to control their vast territories, stretching from Egypt to India. He was driven by a desire to outdo his father and create a legacy that would echo through the ages. Alexander's first major clash with the Persian Empire occurred at the Battle of Granicus, where he demonstrated his military genius. The Persian forces were larger, but Alexander's tactical acumen led his men to a surprising victory. This was just the beginning. The decisive battle, however, was the Battle of Gaugamela. Outnumbered and against all odds, Alexander's forces shattered the Persian army, leading to the end of Darius III's reign and marking the beginning of Alexander's undisputed control over the Persian Empire. The conquest of the Persian Empire was not merely a military victory. Alexander sought to merge the cultures of Greece and Persia, creating a unique blend that shaped the Hellenistic period. He adopted Persian customs, married a Persian princess, and encouraged his men to do the same. This cultural fusion had a profound impact on the region, influencing art, architecture, language, and philosophy for centuries to come. But the empire Alexander had built was not to last. Upon his death, his vast territories were divided among his generals, leading to a period of political instability. Yet the influence of his conquest was undeniable. He had toppled the greatest empire of the time and left an indelible mark on history. The Persian Empire had fallen, but its legacy lived on. Alexander's conquests reshaped the ancient world, but the Persian Empire's influence, its art, its culture, its administrative systems, continued to shape civilizations long after its fall. The Persian Empire may have fallen, but its influence can still be seen today. This great civilization left a lasting legacy, shaping the world as we know it in countless ways. Let's begin with the Persian Empire's contributions to art. The Persians were master craftsmen, and their work was highly sought after across the globe. They were particularly renowned for their intricate metalwork, beautifully woven carpets, and exquisite jewelry designs. These artistic traditions live on in the modern world, with Persian rugs and jewelry still being highly valued for their quality and craftsmanship. Moving on to architecture, the Persian Empire left behind some of the world's most iconic structures. The grand palaces of Persepolis, with their intricate carvings and imposing columns, are a testament to the architectural prowess of the Persians. Their innovative use of space, symmetry, and materials influenced subsequent architectural styles across the globe. The Persians were also pioneers in governance. They established one of the world's first federal systems, with provinces or satrapies that were governed by local leaders, but were subject to the central authority of the king. This system allowed for efficient administration over a vast territory, and it would later inspire similar systems in other empires. But perhaps the most significant aspect of the Persian Empire's legacy is how its fall changed the course of history. With the empire's collapse, the balance of power in the ancient world shifted dramatically. This paved the way for the rise of new empires and the spread of different cultures, ideas, and technologies. In conclusion, the Persian Empire's influence has permeated every corner of the globe, from the arts and architecture to systems of governance. Its fall marked a turning point in world history, triggering a ripple effect that continues to shape the world we live in today. So the next time you wonder about the rise and fall of great empires, remember the story of the mighty Persian Empire.